In the vibrant heart of Kingston, Jamaica, young Andre Thompson grew up with dreams as bright as the Caribbean sun, with a boundless energy that seemed impossible to contain. From an early age, he showed an uncanny ability to run. From the moment he could walk, he was running. His mother, Marcia, often watched in amazement as her son would dart through the narrow streets of their neighborhood, often joked that he ran before he could crawl. The narrow, sun-drenched streets of their neighborhood became Andre's playground, his arena, and his training ground all at once. A blur of determination and energy. Andre's father, a former athlete who had never had the opportunity to compete internationally, recognized his son's talent early on. He started training Andre in their backyard, using makeshift equipment and drawing on his own experiences. Andre's father taught him the fundamentals of sprinting, instilling in him the values of hard work, discipline, and resilience. Every morning before school, Andre and his father would practice at the local track, the cool dawn air filled with the rhythmic sounds of his running feet. By the time he reached high school, Andre was a local hero. His talent had earned him a scholarship to one of Kingston's top schools, where he continued to break records and catch the eye of national scouts. At school, Andre's speed was unmatched. He won every race, from the 100 meters to the 400 meters, leaving his classmates in awe. His talent soon caught the eye of Coach Johnson, a seasoned track and field coach who had produced some of Jamaica's finest athletes. Coach Johnson saw in Andre not just raw talent but a burning desire to excel. Despite the growing attention, Andre remained humble, driven by a promise he made to his mother, to win a gold medal and make her proud. Under Coach Johnson's guidance, Andre's training intensified. He would wake up before dawn, his feet pounding the track as the sun began to rise over Kingston. His dedication was unwavering, and his progress was remarkable. By the time he was 16, Andre was competing at national meets, consistently setting new records and turning heads with his extraordinary speed. At 18, Andre's big break came when he qualified for Jamaica's national track and field team. It was a dream come true, but he knew it was just the beginning. The news spread quickly through his neighborhood, bringing a wave of pride and celebration. But Andre knew this was just the beginning. Training with the best athletes in the country pushed Andre to new heights. He was no longer the fastest kid in his neighborhood, he was now competing with the best in the nation. He trained harder than ever, making his father even more proud, often spending hours at the gym, perfecting his technique and building his endurance. At 19, Andre's hard work paid off when he qualified for the World Junior Championships. The event was held in Helsinki, and it was his first time traveling outside of Jamaica. The scale of the competition was overwhelming, but Andre remained focused. He knew he carried the hopes of his family, his coach, and his entire country. In the 200 meters final, Andre lined up against the best young sprinters from around the globe. As the starting gun fired, he exploded off the blocks with a burst of speed that left the crowd gasping. Every stride was powerful, every movement precise. As he crossed the finish line, he looked up at the scoreboard to see his name in first place. He had won the gold medal, setting a new world junior record. The victory was a defining moment in Andre's career. He returned to Jamaica a hero, celebrated not just for his win but for his humility and dedication. His journey from the streets of Kingston to the world stage inspired countless young athletes across the island. But Andre was not content to rest on his laurels. He continued to train harder, pushing himself to new limits. His ultimate goal was the Olympics, and he knew the road ahead would be tough. Yet, with every step, he remained driven by the same passion and determination that had carried him this far. Years later, Andre Thompson was informed that he had a spot on the starting line at the Olympic Games, his heart pounding with anticipation. The day finally came when Andre was to compete on the world stage at the Olympics. The atmosphere in the Olympic Village was electric, but Andre stayed focused. He knew he carried not just his own dreams, but the hopes of an entire nation. As he stepped onto the track for the 200-meter final, the roar of the crowd was deafening. He glanced up at the stands where his mother sat, her eyes filled with tears of pride and anticipation. The starting gun fired, and Andre launched off the blocks like a bullet. Every muscle in his body worked in perfect harmony as he surged ahead of his competitors. The race was a blur, but Andre's focus never wavered. As he crossed the finish line, he glanced at the scoreboard and saw his name at the top. He had done it. He had won the gold. The Jamaican flag was raised, and the national anthem played as Andre stood on the podium, the weight of the medal around his neck. Tears streamed down his face as he looked into the crowd and saw his mother, beaming with pride. He knew this moment was the culmination of years of hard work, sacrifice, and unwavering belief. Andre Thompson had become a symbol of hope and inspiration, proving that with determination and heart, dreams could indeed come true. His victory was celebrated not just in Jamaica, but around the world, inspiring a new generation of athletes to chase their own dreams with the same relentless spirit.